Hello, children of the night, and welcome to Tarot Nights with the Hanged Empress. Here we do shadow work following the moon.
Yo, VI, play the beat.
There's somebody, something, somewhere that maybe you don't necessarily think about as a directly supportive energy to you that wants you to know all you have to do is call their name and they'll be there. There is some devotion, dedication. There's a love that exists beyond time and space, beyond whatever may have happened before, we're coming back to, or that is coming back to you. And it's coming back new. But it's here for you. It's got good vibes. Do we already intro? What's up, kids? We are moving into Aries with Mercury. Might do like 3 videos this week. I don't know. We got a super stellium going on. I didn't know if I was going to read for the super stellium or just Mercury, but I think let's focus on the communication because it's deep, it's intense, it's passionate. We got that Aries fire right up into it, and this is just the tops. The tops. The best we could get. We couldn't do better than this. Look at that knight in shining armor, crashing through the storm, bravely, moving, swiftly, approaching. And the star. Patience. Just patiently waiting for this knight to come and take hold of it, to bring it, ooh, little Hades and Persephone. But not in a dark connotation, not in a sad kind of way. I just kind of shifted the cards and revealed the 10 of Cups. It's more on that romantic side. Not necessarily that this has to do with romance, but it could. It could. Again, with this knight rushing forward, he's got something to say. We've got something to say, we've got something to do, and it has very much to do with your destiny, your fate, your alignment, your blessings. But this energy doesn't feel like it's coming to take your blessings away. It feels like it's coming in as a reinforcement, an unseen or unknown ally, somebody who's going to be there, even if they're only there just to talk. They're going to be there for you if you just need to talk. Whatever it is that you have to say, this ear is listening. The return of interaction, what you receive in return for speaking and being listened to it's good conversation. It's productive, it's helpful, it's intuitive and relative. It's related to what it is that you have to say. They're staying on subject, they're staying on task, they're not pushing any other agendas or trying to shift the conversation. They are hanging out in this space and offering different perspectives on the same subject. So have a good conversation. I love a good conversation. Both viewed as very talkative and very quiet. Good conversations. Something deep, pure, and yeah, innocent. it seemingly just touches the surface, and yet something about this interaction goes all the way to the roots. It absorbs in and plants itself a seed of life, a seed of love, a seed of hope and future blessings. It's an opportunity, it's a way for you to grow future blessings. And sometimes it does. It takes that little push, nudge interaction with another source to activate something. There might be friction. When I was first channeling into Aries, it felt so hot with all of these coals in the fire. Like I didn't even see fire. I saw just a pit of burning coals that give off the most amount of heat. No flames, just burning embers. And everything was ignited and warming up. And that was a little intense. I was like, okay, is this the warmth of the hearth? Is this keeping the home warm, or is it burning something up? I had question. But I see homecoming in that last card, the Six of Wands. But there is choice. You don't have to walk down this road. You could miss this turn if you don't pay attention. Don't miss the turn. Don't miss the choice. Don't miss the option. Don't forget to opt out of something that you don't want and engage with something that you do. Because we are consistently holding two things, and we're going to have to put one of them down. We're going to have to make a choice which we're going to take and make something with. But I feel like this King of Swords is ready to go home and put something to work. Get to work. Feels like he's ready to roll up his sleeves. There was a battle to be won, but now, or when this battle has ended, finished, there's a homecoming after the fact. Again, reuniting. Who's that? Who does that? Reunited and it feels so good. But that I'm coming home. Okay, falling in reverse. Yeah, I'm coming home. Very interesting. Three of Swords. Hope grows out of the past, out of past failure, out of past blights and missed past blights and missed sights. Okay, the word missed was like, a shot and a miss, MISSED. But the word that illuminated itself in my mind was MIST, the mist. Something coming clear in the fog out of the heavy rain comes growth, renewal, revival, and hope. This side of the Three of Swords is begging you to let something out, to let out an emotion that might be trapped up inside, and to let it pour, to have a good cry. And release all of this. There's that ear. There's that ear again. Somebody's here to listen, to hear you, to hold you while you cry, to let you know that you're not alone in your experience, which is the most important thing to remember when we are in those dark, low, sad places, that we're not unique in this, in that sadness. Everyone feels it. We all get that way sometimes. But we keep moving. We carry forward. When we stumble, we get back up. And again, we have a supportive energy here that's willing to hold us up, lift us up, give us a helping hand, and to help us to carry it through, to see something through, to see your vision through. It's always darkest before the dawn, and there is a bright light behind these storm clouds. I feel like you're going through the heaviest part right now, just before the clouds break and the water subsides. But this assistive energy is like a boat. It creates like a boat on which you can float above the waters, over the waters, and let them flow and take you to a new shore, a brighter shore, a righter shore, more correct place in space, a place that can really feel like home. A subtle hint of like being tied. I don't know why I'm just like staring at her foot, and there's a tiny little like anklet, or it's giving me like a rope bind kind of feeling, and it's on the side that of her that's kind of pulled back, like she's kind of being held back from fully opening up. But it's kind of beautiful that this knight's coming in with the sword, breaking breaking free, breaking loose. Like that action though, like what just happened is kind of what the visualization was of this knight coming up with the sword and cutting the rope that ties, that binds, that holds this person back. The final release. And once we are cut free, set free, once we set ourselves free, once we accept the assistance and the forward momentum, the direction that we were intending, the Seven of Cups illuminates the choice, the blessings, the opportunities, the sun coming out. Again, those clouds breaking and the fog clearing, and everything is warming up now. And now it feels like a soft and comforting glow from all of this intense energy that is in the Aries hearth. Because it just feels like a furnace. But because the fires are not raging, because we poured and expressed and moved and shifted and transmuted those energies, instead of the intense rage, there is just a nice and subtle warming after being left out in the rain. When you come in from being out in the cold rain and you're shivering, and there's just this nice, warm, glowing fire. that heat absorbing into the skin and slowly warming up the body and returning to a more natural and comfortable and comforting state. That's the hope, that's the place, that's the space, that's the goal, that's what I'm drawing out in this circle. The circle and the stars, the moon and the stars. Everything blessed, aligned, and right on time. Don't miss the boat, don't miss the opportunity, and don't ignore a friend. It may not be someone that you expect. It may not be something that you anticipate, but there is support there. And maybe you know immediately, like, oh, this person's my best friend. This person will listen to anything. And maybe you don't. Either way, even if you feel like you don't have connections, that helpful ear, that comforting energy, that it feels like just a hug from a friend when you need it most. If you don't feel like you can have that or do have that, look again. Take a deep breath, slow down, and look again. Because there's somebody there who will be there for you, who will hear what you have to say, and who will help you along the path, along the journey. They're here to get you moving. I don't know if I have anything else. Still an oracle. Maybe an oracle. Just to close this out. I feel like there's so much to talk about, but it's not our conversation to have. Not here, not now, and not like this, where I can't hear anything that anybody is saying. I just have the feelings and the energy flow of the thought processes that get triggered and activated. That intuition is good. That intuition is the thing that will get you into the right place and space. But the actual action is to take place somewhere else. But have that important conversation. I feel like it is essential. I don't want the Halloween. I want the Halloweenies. I know why. Because it's a dark and stormy night. Perhaps. Let's get a little final close. Like just a big, heavy door just like slam closed and locked. Some chapter is getting closed. Okay. Okay. Yes. The spider, community and web weaving. Maybe it's even more than one person, one connection, one communication, but it always starts with that single thread and the vision of how you would want your web, your community to function, how everything weaves together. It is up to you as the spider to make the determination. What web goes where? How do all of these things interlace? How does everything in your world work together to support the structure of home, of community, of family, of safety and security? This is the opportunity. This is the time to reformulate that structure, to get that community together, to open up those conversations and express yourself wholly, truly, honestly. And if you find yourself speaking to deaf ears, somebody who's not actively engaging in the conversation, move on. Move on to the next thread. There's more. There's more out there. But there are structurally based origin points from each of these, and paying attention, participating with all of the different standing points. I'm just looking at the star and everything that's pointing out of there. Everything comes from this love origin source, and it spreads out and it connects us in ways that perhaps we didn't see connection before. It was almost invisible, it was so faint. But when you become the spider, you determine where goes the web, how it connects, how these relationships will work together to create that security, to create that safety, to create that house and home. It's all about that good community, kids. Those are the goals, those are the intentions, and those are the directions. So let's start having some real conversations and see where it takes us. We might build something quite fantastic, quite intricate, quite beautiful, and very secure. It all starts here. It all starts with you making the decision, becoming stable in your own body and space, and getting it started. Let's begin. Let's begin to begin again. Let's go, kids. Thank you so much. And we'll see you next time.